Hi dear students, here is your Maneesh sir. Welcome to the third session of direct and indirect speech. In our last two classes, we have already understood the rules and regulations of changing reported speech. We have also understood how to change the affirmative sentences of all the tenses to indirect speech. Today, in this third session of direct indirect speech, we are going to discuss and learn how to change the interrogative sentences or the questions to indirect speech. Listen very carefully and understand the lesson studiously so that you will be going to get the mastery over reported speech. All of you know that an interrogative sentence asks a question and expect a reply. There are two kinds of questions. First one is yes or no questions. Second one is WH questions. At first, let us know what is yes or no questions. Yes or no questions are the questions that start with a helping verb or an auxiliary verb or a modal. Yes or no question means any question that start with do, does, did, is, are, has, have, had, was, were, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, etc. Remember, the answer of these yes or no questions will be always yes or no. So the rule number 1, changing a interrogative sentence to reported speech is, if the question is yes or no category, in reported speech we should use if or whether in between the reporting clause and reported speech instead of that. See the example. He said to me, comma quotation, do you like spoken English class? Answer. He asked me if I liked spoken English class. Here you can see we have used if instead of that as a conjunction connecting the reporting verb or reporting clause and reported speech. And other rules of tenses, pronouns will follow as it is. Now let's see what is WH questions. Any question that start with W or H, that is what, why, when, which, where, who, whose, how is called WH questions. We can't answer yes or no for these questions. Instead, we have to give an explanation. So the rule number 2 of changing an interrogative sentence to reported speech is, when we change WH question to reported speech, we should use the same question word in the reported speech instead of if or whether. See the example. The policeman said to Joseph, why did you go there yesterday? The policeman enquired Joseph why he had gone there the previous day. So here you can see we have used the question word why as it is in between the reporting clause and reported speech. Now let's see The third rule of changing an interrogative sentence to reported speech. The question format of the direct speech should be changed to a statement format in indirect speech. Take the previous example. The policeman said to Joseph, "Why did you go there yesterday?" So the answer we can see, the policeman inquired Joseph why he had gone there the previous day. So here we can see, instead why had he gone there, which is in question format, we have used why he had gone there and made a statement. So here we can see we have used the subject he soon after the question word and the helping verb follow after that. So to change a question to a statement, always use soon after the question word, use the subject. So why he had gone there is a statement. Next, the rule number 4 is all the tense rules will be followed as it is. In our first class, we have already understood that simple present tense changes to simple past, present continuous changes to past continuous, present perfect changes to past perfect, present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous, simple past changes to past perfect, past continuous changes to past perfect continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous remain as it is. In future tense, will and shall changes to would and should. Next, rule number 5. Rules of pronouns and nearness will follow as it is. So in our first class, we have very detailed understood that the rules of pronouns, how it changes, and the words of nearness. These rules will be applied as it is. Now, let's start with the simple present tense. I said to him, comma, quotation, do you like swimming? This is a question in simple present tense. Remember always a question that start with do or does is always simple present tense. Now apply all the rules. Identify the subject, which is I, object is him, reporting verb, it is in past said to, we have to change to enquired or asked. Next we have to remove comma and quotation and we have to add if or whether because it is a yes or no question because it has started with do. Next we have to identify the tense. Do you like? So subject plus V1. So it is simple present tense. So we have to change to simple past. So like changes to liked. We have to change the question to statement. So these are the steps we have to follow before we change. So the answer will be I asked him if he liked swimming. If he liked swimming. Remember we have used if because it is an yes or no question and soon after we have used the subject because we have to make to statement. Liked, he liked, subject plus V2. It is simple past tense formula. Let's try to solve a WH question in simple present tense. I said to him, comma, quotation, why do you like swimming? Apply all the rules here. The same thing, WH question it is. So we have to start the report speech with WH question in the second part. So the answer will be I asked him why he liked swimming. Only change is instead of if or whether we have used the question word why. One more example. I said to him, comma, quotation, how does he come to play cricket? I said to him, how does he come to play cricket? So we can understand this is a simple present tense question because does has come in the reported speech, and it is a WH question because the question part has started with H. So when we apply all the rules, we have to change to indirect speech. Simple present changes to simple past. The answer is I asked him how he came to play cricket. So how does he come changes to how he came to play cricket. He came, subject plus V2. It is simple past tense. Now let's see how to change an interrogative question of present continuous to reported speech. Present continuous, an action that is going on at the time of speaking. Usually the helping verbs is, am, are comes in present continuous. See the example. She said to her brother, are you going to market now? She said to her brother, comma quotation, are you going to market now? Identify the subject, verb, object, and it's in present continuous tense, and it's an yes or no question because it has started with the helping verb are. So we have to use E for whether. So the answer is she asked her brother if he was going to market then. She asked her brother if he was going to market then. So instead of are, present continuous, we have used was as past continuous. Instead of now, we have changed the word that shows nearness then. One more example. She said to her brother, am I watching online class now? She said to her brother, am I watching online class now? The answer is she asked her brother if she was watching online class then. She asked her brother if she was watching online class then. Here we have used if because the question has started with am, which is a helping verb, and we have converted to past continuous tense. One more example. She said to her brother, comma quotation, is this pen yours? She said to her brother, comma quotation, is this pen yours? So understand, it is a yes or no question because the reported speech has started with is. It is a present continuous interrogative question. So apply all the rules and we can change as she asked her brother if that pen was his. She asked her brother if that pen. So this pen changes to that pen. Is changes to was. Yours changes to his. So the answer is she asked her brother if that pen was his. Let's see an example of WH question in present continuous tense. Anju said to Amal, why are you running fast? Anju said to Amal, why are you running fast? So we have used why as a WH question and present continuous format it is. So the answer is Anju asked Amal why he was running fast, full stop. Anju asked Amal why he was running fast. So why are you changes to why he was running fast. Let's take one more example. Amal asked Anju, comma quotation, how is your mother? Amal asked Anju, comma quotation, how is your mother? The answer is Amal asked Anju how her mother was. Amal asked Anju how her mother was. So present continuous changes to past continuous. Dear students, now let's see how to change an interrogative sentence of present perfect tense to indirect speech. As you know, present perfect usually we use to indicate an action that completed recent present, and it always use has or have. See the example. I said to you, comma, quotation, have you completed your home assignment? I said to you, comma, quotation, have you completed your home assignment? So it's an interrogative question. It's an interrogative sentence. Start with have. So we can see it is start with a helping verb. So it is an yes or no question. We have to use if or whether. And we have to change present perfect tense to past perfect tense as per the rule. So the answer is, I asked you whether you had completed your home assignment. I asked you whether or if you had completed your home assignments. So have completed changes to had completed. But remember, soon after whether we have used the subject you. See one more example. I said to Shinoj, comma, quotation, has your sister passed that examination? I said to Shinoj, has your sister passed that examination? So same, singular has come. It has to be changed to had, which is a past perfect tense, and it is an interrogative sentence of WH category. See the answer. I asked Shinoj if his sister had passed that examination. I asked Shinoj if his sister had passed that examination. Now let's see a WH question of present perfect tense. Manoj said to Meena, comma, quotation, who has prepared this model? Manoj said to Meena, comma, quotation, who has prepared this model? So the question has started with W, that is who. So we have to use the same question word in the indirect speech, and is in present perfect tense. So has changes to had, past perfect tense. See the answer. Manoj asked Meena who had prepared that model. Manoj asked Meena who had prepared that model. Let's see one more example. Meena said to Manoj, where have you kept my umbrella? Meena said to Manoj, where have you kept my umbrella? See the answer. Meena asked Manoj where he had kept her umbrella. Dear students, today we have understood the interrogative sentences of simple present tense, present perfect and present continuous, how to change to indirect speech. In our next class, we will also discuss how to change the past tense as well as future questions to indirect speech. Kindly watch this video twice or thrice and be thorough with the concepts and ideas. Few assignment questions are sent along with this. Try to solve it. If you have any doubts regarding any of this concept, please clarify with me. All the best. Thank you.